This video is going to include kind of a variety of a lot of things, just techniques and tips that I have come up with over the years that I find very, very useful. You know that the headline in an ad is crucial. This is what grabs people's attention, right? So when you find a product and it looks like that product is converting well, if you want a really simple signature, just go to the offer page, check out the headline, copy the headline, and use that as your signature. And then, of course, use the link to send them to your page. Okay, so if you find an offer that's converting really well, chances are the headline is good. Just grab it and use it as your signature. A lot of times, if you can raise a question, even better without actually asking a question, you can use that for a signature. Find out how I played like Clapton in 2 months. You put that in there, and if somebody wants to learn how to play the guitar and they read that, they're going to be like, you played like Clapton in 2 months? And they're going to click on that. Make sure you're only working on forums that have 4,000 to 5,000 members or more. You want a lot of exposure. All right, so don't waste your time on a forum that has 1,000 members. Chances are not a lot of people are going to see it, okay, if it's not a real active forum. Make sure you track the traffic from every single forum. In order to do that, every username that has a signature that you are using has to have a unique identifier so that you know where the traffic is coming from. It would be best if you could correlate that with your keyword identifier. Right? So you keep the same, like if you've got learn to play the guitar as one of your keywords and the identifier is, 100. So in other words, on your AdWords campaign, you've got A100. You would want to use that same number for the forum traffic. But maybe you can just do something different so that the forum is identified. Like it could be FB100. And B lets you know which forum that is. I cannot stress enough how important this is because you do not want, you don't want to look at your server logs or whatever and just see, I got 1,000 hits, from forums. You want to know which forums sent you the traffic. Maybe you've got a couple of people working on 3 different forums, and they're doing the same thing. They're posting the same amount on each forum. But from one forum, you're getting, 100 clicks. And from the other one, you're getting like 500 clicks. And then from the third one, you're getting, 700 clicks. Well, in that case, you want to know that. So you can say, you know what? Quit wasting your time posting on forum 1. It's not hardly getting me any clicks. Utilize all of that effort on posting on forum number 2 and number 3 because they actually are getting me traffic. Same amount of money, right? You just want to be able to spend that resource more wisely, and you can only do that if you track. Tweak, track, and go back. That means after you hire your one person, your first person to do all of this for you, make sure that everything is working. Work with them because it's going to be like a familiarity thing you're both going to go through. Once you see how they're working and what they're able to do and the traffic that you can get from this, do a little bit of tweaking with it. Track, make sure everything is in place and that you know the keywords that are being searched for, you know where the traffic's coming from, you know what's converting, and then go back and hire somebody else and do it all over again. So in other words, you don't just jump in and hire 5 people to start going and hit the ground running. You've got to get familiar yourself with the whole management process. So it is a little bit of time involved there, but it's time well spent. Remember, though, if I can make, $300 or $400 off of one person, I can double that if I'm working with 2 people, let alone 3, 4, and 5. Now, here is a tip that is very powerful, and it actually can be some quick and easy traffic, too. Rent an existing signature. Find somebody on the forum that's extremely active. Maybe they've got 6,000 or 7,000 posts already. See if they would be interested in allowing you to rent their signature, for a month. You're going to get instantly 6,000 to 7,000 posts. However many posts they've made, you get that right away. And anything that's been indexed by the search engines, people are going to see. It's going to get you some more exposure. Don't do this all by itself. It's not, that powerful. But it is something that you want to implement if you can find somebody that's willing to, allow you to rent their signature. Give it a test, at least. And up next, I'll go ahead and do that in this video. We'll go ahead and finish up with the action steps. But I'm very, very serious. I hope you can tell I'm very passionate about this tactic. After doing this for, just 6 months, you could have thousands and thousands and thousands of posts, links going right back to your offer coming from several different forums, right? 6 months later, after you're done, maybe you just say you run the campaign for a little while and you just leave it go. You just tell everybody, okay, we're going to just stop posting for a little while and see what happens. Well, who cares? Even if you stop and you tell them, I don't need you to post anymore. You got 6,000 posts that are there permanently. This is why it's so powerful. It's instant and it's long term. Here is the action plan steps. The first thing you're going to do is find 2 to 3 niche-related forums. Don't sign up for them yet. Okay, that'll come here in a little bit. You're just going to note what the forums are, keep track of it in an Excel spreadsheet. Post a project on Elance. You want to make sure, by the way, that those forums meet all the requirements. You got 4,000 to 5,000 members. They do allow signatures with a link in there. You got to make sure that it does pass that. Then go to Elance, Rent-A-Coder Guru, iFreelance, whatever you want. Post the project. Then go back, sign up at the forums, and start posting. Set up your signature. Start generating some traffic. In the meantime, you got people, that are bidding on your project. Then what you'll do is eventually you pick one, and I just say right now, hire one. If there are other people that you think they could do the job as well, just take note of who they are, and you're going to post another project later on, and you can hire several of them if you want. But first hire one, because remember, you've got to kind of get familiar with this whole management process. Then verify, track everything. Know that I'm getting traffic from, forum XYZ from this person that you just hired. Remember, you're going to tell them, you got to give me a list at the end of the day, all the links to where you posted. That way you know that they're doing their job. You should be able to track the traffic and see that, is this traffic coming from the forum converting? If it isn't, you've got a good setup here. You can verify that you're getting traffic from them and that the traffic does convert. And by all means, go back and hire some more posters. You scaled it up. If you're making money with one, you're going to make more money with more posters. And then what do? You go back and duplicate everything. And I mean, when I say everything, I mean from video number 1. Go back, get another niche, get another product. It can be in the same niche or a different niche. It doesn't matter. But go back and get another product, get another website, everything from the very beginning of this whole entire course. Do it again. Because what you've got now, my friend, is a passive source of income. All you have to do is babysit it. And, how many of those do you want? Like, all you've got to do is get it set up and then watch the money come in, manage it, and then set up another one. The trick to being extremely successful online is not coming up with one killer product all by yourself. It's multiple streams of passive income. Thanks a lot for watching. I really hope everything works out for you. And again, if this is your very first time watching through the whole course, now it's time to go back, start at the number 1. This is a 5-hour course. It's not that, involved. Take notes and actually complete every one of the action steps at the end of every module.